afternoon. This is the knitting news from Knit Happens Teesside for Thursday, the 13th of February 2020. Well, what was happening? Sarah was sewing her ends in because she's, you know how she's making this cardigan out of lots of motifs. Well, she does think that maybe if you sew most of them in, we all have different ways of sewing our ends in. But she said, this is the theory. If you sew all your ends in as you go, or you do a load at once, and then you get to the very end of your project, and you've only got like 2 ends to sew in, then you can just go, da-da-da-da-da, ta-da! So that's the theory behind that. So she was sewing ends in. Athene is making another crochet blanket, another crochet baby blanket. It's squares, sort of biggish squares, and I think alternately they have little motifs on, and that's all in pastel colours. And I'm thinking she's still got the other one on the go, and she's making 2. I think that's what's happening. Oh, the sun came out. Yeah, and I thought I'd give these a whirl. It's still out, but I don't think I really need them on. Hi! Katrina arrived with her beautiful shawl adorning her shoulders. And it's fab. And it's really good shade, an unusual shade, but very practical. And it's got an I-cord edging that she'd finished off. And yeah, it looked really good. And it kind of matches quite a few of her things. And she was working on previously started cushion cover, which is entrelac. And had, I think, remembered how to carry on with that. I'm not sure I would. I think I'd have to look it up again. Go on the internet or something like that. Fee was also sewing ends in. She was sewing ends in on her mitered squares for a dog coat, and when she'd finished that, which is beautiful and very neat looking, she then she proceeded to start to crochet the second bee wing for the other coat for the dog. What? Maggie was working on both of her cardigans from the Kate Davies book Colours of Shetland. I think she has, well, we're there for quite a while, and I think she has a bit of a sort of lowish boredom threshold. So she was doing one and then she was doing the other. So one short sleeve with a coloured yoke and colours in between the bib at the bottom, and the other one's kind of plain sleeves and a complete Fair Isle body in mainly a neutral colour, neutral background with sort of red, blue and green motifs. But it's quite good because you're not changing too much. So yeah, I think she's quite liking that one. And me, well, I was working on my shawl that is called Bain de Solei. Is it that way around? No, it's the other way around. And it's by Louise Robert. And it's very interesting. So the first, you start here, and just when you get bored, the pattern changes. And then you do this pattern here. And when you just getting a bit bored with it, the pattern changes. And then the yarn changes. And then you're doing short rows. So it's triangular. And then when you finish with the fluff, which is Suri Alpaca by Mulview Yarns. And this multicolour is Fleabubs by Lala yarn. And that's more short row shaping. And now I'm on a very lovely plain bit, but I think I did do that thing where you knit when you're supposed to be purling. And then after this I have, oh, what's next? There's a big lace section coming up at some point. But it's so much fun, I'm knitting it quite quickly. So, knitting tonight, and more news, maybe, next week.